Uh, Hi, very good evening. I'm Bhargav. I'm a student of Concord University, St. Paul, and I'm currently pursuing my first semester. So, first of all, I'd like to thank our Professor Michelle Clens, ma'am. Thank you so much for supporting me, and your classes are really amazing. I really had a chance to learn new way of learning because the way you let us interact in the class is really awesome, and that is something which no one has ever done in this so far. Like your lectures made me to learn to have an active participation because I just want to prove myself in a very little bit way or than ever than before. So I tried my level best to interact in other classes, and that's possible only because you provided a chance to do all these activities, and these activities were really informative and very learn worthy. So, madam, today I am saying that I'm giving a presentation on information technology. So, the contents which I'm gonna cover are on introduction, issues related to information technology, issues caused harm, ethical components involved, resolve the issue, conclusion, references. Coming to introduction, the information technology provides many opportunities to do good, but it also affords the means to cause harm. Such harmful actions can result from development and use of malicious code and activities. Harmful activities in IT can be committed by both criminals and terrorists. Terrorists use criminal methods while engaging in acts of terror. They may rely on computers, hackers to attack websites that advocate social changes they oppose. There are many softwares that create user access rights that allows employees in different departments. Information technology has a role to play in preventing harmful actions, but also in designing systems to be resilient and trustworthy. IT users need to take advantage of opportunities to design systems that clearly support ethical use. Users can help prevent harmful actions at many levels within information technology. Issues related to information technology. The words computer crime, computer security, and information technology are often used interchangeably. Computer crime is any activity involving computer that is illegal under the laws of a particular jurisdiction. Computer crime is defined by statute and unity and usually involves acts that qualify as computers. Under the ethical systems, there is no difference between the person who chooses to do harmful actions and the person that does not. If a company does something that harms someone or their property, they are expected to pay preparation for it or face consequences. This is where software developers and hardware manufacturers would be responsible for their code and product. Huge amounts of information are stolen from computers, and this is a huge issue that needs to be addressed at such an alarming rate where there will be many people affected by loss of property, but not just to the owners of intellectual property, but also to the companies. Issues cause the harm. The harmful actions that have caused the harm in information technology comes from holes in the system and theft of intellectual property. The first harmful action that occurs in information technology is a hole affecting systems of buffer overflows, race conditions, and format string vulnerabilities. A race condition is a problem that can happen if multiple users on a system have access to update data at the same time. A format string vulnerability is when there are not bounds checking of what is put into the program. There are many holes that can cause harm to companies and government organizations. The second harmful action that happens in information technology is theft of intellectual property. Programmers will leave bugs in their software for them to get the credit for finding them and then exploit those bugs for their own gain. Ethical components involved. Harmful actions in IT are something that needs to be addressed. The components that are involved in harmful actions in IT are privacy, software privacy, and e-waste. Privacy is the first ethical component that is associated with harmful actions in IT. One type of ethics that needs to be addressed with this component is confidentiality, an ethical component security. The third ethical component that is involved in harmful actions in IT has to do with software and pirating software. Software piracy has been on an issue for many years but now continues to grow and become more of an issue every day. The ethical component here is the restrictions of copying that are in place. Another ethical component has to do with e-waste and what it takes to create new piece of hardware or software. Resolve the issues. The first way involves the recreation of a special committee who is responsible for looking at all of the ethical components involved in harmful actions in IT. The NRIMC would be responsible for making sure an organization follows proper procedures. The second way involves creating an ethical committee who is responsible for protecting organizations and individuals' information. The third way for resolving restrictive actions in IT is to create a separate department that is responsible for handling the issues. Conclusion: this ethical component has to do with how data is handled. The first way of dealing with this ethical problem involves another way of dealing with this unethical problem involves making sure the data being sent over an organization network is secure. The most efficient way of preventing piracy at work would be implementing a formal software license policy. And the differences that I've taken are Razman H. and Moradi M. from 2015 edition is globalized and harmful for environment. Kadbovich PB 22 2020 some features of protection of students from the threat of harmful information in the education process, European Journals of Research and Reflection in Education Sciences. Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Michelle, ma'am, thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and I'm sure that I've learned a lot in your classes by interacting in all the possible ways that you guided us to do so. Thank you so much for letting. I'm kind of so introvert, and because of your vision, I am able to express my ideas and views, and